Today we are going to be destroying my Audi S3. We are going to be bagging the Audi S3. For those of you who are confused about what bagging means, sit tight, enjoy the show. Before we get started, we need to go to Trav's garage and pick up the quick jacks.
Oh. What's happening?
Welcome to today's episode. What's happening, lad? What are you saying, Travis?
Braided.
Not a lot of people know this, but Travis's name is Stephen. So call him Stephen when you see him to trigger him.
It's a good camera, it makes me look good.
Hi, my beautiful people. Welcome to today's episode. We are about to bag my Audi S3 and we are picking up the ramps from Travis Autos. The beasts are looking dusty. Quick jacks are behind me on the floor, number one. Number two, there's the machine and there's the blocks over there. For those of you who have no idea at all what this stuff is, these lift the car up in the air like a jack like this, but way safer. Oh my God, what a pretty lady. What a pretty lady. So my missus has rabbits and she's had the rabbits in the garage and Quattro is eating the rabbit hay. You are not ready for this. Okay. So the first thing we got to do for this episode is getting anti-oil hands gloves. Now, I want to do a quick little shout out to my boy Steve, S30 BMX. You all know the guy. He's got the Audi R8 slammed on air because he's the one who put me in the right place to buy these. So these circlip pliers. I'll show you what type of pliers these are. They're the ones with the pointy nose on. Are going to be needed. These are my new air ride shop. When I say new, they are used second hand. But I bought these and the bearings look pretty shot. There is a tiny bit of play in them. If you've owned your very own air ride kit before, you will know it is worth just changing the bearings. Now, this is not something that I've ever done before, and this gives you a lot of knocking on air ride. So most people who run air ride know that you've got to change these probably once a year, twice a year if you do a lot of mileage. Say hello to the channel. Say hello to the channel. So, I'm hoping this is going to be one of a few episodes bagging the car. However, this is where it gets cool. So, my Nissan GTR, I bought a 3/8 kit. For those of you who are air ride nerds, you know what I'm talking about. Please be patient for the people who don't know what I'm talking about. 3/8 is the diameter of these adapters. And the whole system runs on this size, meaning that it's quicker. I'm FaceTiming Steve. Will he pick up? Probably not. Oh, we picked up! My G!
No, so take the bolt off the top and then that whole red bit will slide off.
Ah.
And then the circuit lights go in the circuit that's on the underneath.
Okay. Steve has told me how to do it, so I am ready. Little adjustable dampers. These are out of the top, which has now freed up this bolt on the top. Steve said the next thing to do is to remove this bolt on the both of them. Any mechanics who are watching the channel right now who've got any tips for me on this whole build and what I'm currently doing, hit me up. It will be helpful. Geez, this looks like it could be working. Yeah, it is. Damn. So I'm going to do this over it. Okay, the bolt is off. The bolt is off, which means the top mount is off. So this is something I've never done before. We're going to clean the top of the air ride shock at the same time as smashing out the bearing on the top. Okay, unboxing some air ride bearings. Jeez, look at them, freshies. They look fully symmetrical. Same top and bottom. They feel super stiff, which is what they're supposed to feel. You're not supposed to be able to move the bearings. So if you look at the bottom, there is a circlip in there. Apparently, we remove a circlip. You get hold of the circlip on the underneath of the bearings, you pull it, and you pull it out, and you are left with this bad boy. Damn. Let's have a little recap of where we're at. We've used the right circlip pliers, which pulled this circlip out. Then this little section was in the top of the bearing. And then these are the new bearings, and these are the old bearings looking super rusty and loose. Like, see the way I can move this one with my finger? You can't move this one at all, not even a tiny bit. So they're the new bearings that are going in. These are the old bearings that are coming out. Geez, she's coming. She's coming. Okay, so I've reached the point where the bearing is, as you can see, the bearing is pretty much maxed out, so it's smashing the floor every time I smash it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance it on 2 blocks so that it's got space to fall, like so. And this should smash the old bearing out. Ew! Damn. That's an old air ride bearing. Do you know how long I've wanted to learn to replace these bearings myself? Because it triggers me. When your bearings go with air ride, if you don't know how to do it yourself, it's a bit like being a BMXer, but you don't know how to fix your bike, you wouldn't last very long at all in the world. So that goes like that. That goes like that. Going in pretty chilled. So, check it out, hole gap's closed all the way around, doesn't move an inch, and that right there is ready for reinstall. This has been successful. For me, for an air ride install, this is going quite well. Okay, really annoyingly, my battery just died on my camera, but I'm going to show you what I've done anyway, because that's pretty frustrating that my battery died. Anyway, I've put the circlip back in, I've cleaned the full top mount, I've cleaned all of this section, and I've rehydrated the bag and cleaned that up as well, and it's looking really, really fresh. I've now got to put this piece in the top, like so. This is where the bolt sits against. Simply slide the new refreshed top mount on and re-tighten up this bolt on the top. We need the socket switching over, and then all we got to do is tighten the bag back up. I'm happy with that. New top mount bearings. It is not that difficult to do your top mount bearings. So if you want to do your bearings, I reckon you could just do them yourself. Shout out S30BMX for all your air ride needs. If you want anything, get in touch with him on Instagram. As an example, this one, you physically cannot move. You would need the weight of a car to move it. This is me with my full strength, can't move it. And this is how I bought them secondhand. I got my struts for $8.50, which isn't a bad price. And I've already got all the compressor, the management and the tank. So I just need a line this week, and then they're no longer going to be like this, and they're going to be like this. Freshies. Done. Check this out. They are fully done. They are restored. Fully restored, cleaned and sealed. And I like it. I think they look great. I'm over the moon. The top mount bearings are super stiff on both sides. So, I've actually just come across these, which are my old GTR braided hoses, hence the fact they've been just cut straight out the car. To be honest, I didn't do a lot of mileage in the GTR on air ride. I just didn't really ever gel with the GTR in like a show car way. It just wasn't really my thing. I think a GTR honestly just wants to be on stock suspension. It just never drove that well on air. Honestly, I don't know, I just really like German stuff bagged. It's just me. I know what I am now, I know what I like. So, on these S3 struts, I'm just gonna swap the braided hoses out for the GTR ones. So I'm just taking all the old PTFE tape off that I've installed. I'm gonna reinstall PTFE tape so it's got a fresh install on it. Okay, so I'm uninstalling these braided hoses that have been installed because I want to know what condition the PTFE tape is in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of this off so we're just starting with a clean slate. So there you go. It was just like looks like a band of PTFE tape that didn't make it into the thread. Beautiful. Okay, we are going for number 2. Let's get this bad boy off. So, we're just doing some PTFE-ing on the braided hoses. And this is how fresh the GTR ones look. So these ones are obviously far superior in terms of age and condition. So we're definitely going to go with these 2. Probably just keep these for a spare. You can't have enough spare parts for an air kit. And that's 1 pass. I'm going to do about 2 passes. Second pass. And then you just spin it. Cut that first little bit off, like so. So as you can see, we've got 2 pretty taped up PTFE tape monsters. And now these can go back on for install, which is pretty cool. These cranked right up to the point where we know they're tight. This can be quite a tedious task. So where we're at is we're tightening this up. And this has got a tapered thread on it. So this starts to disappear into the airbag and it starts to get real tight to the point where you can't turn it anymore. But you want this in nice and solid. New day, I'm tired, I'm ready to go. I've got a fresh brew, you can see it steaming away. Now we're gonna move on to the rears. Let's get straight into this. I have undone these 2 bolts that hold this piece to the top. We then take this piece off, and what I want to do is I want to clean all the top of this, and I want to unscrew this L bracket and re-PTFE it. That wasn't too bad. Did it by standing on the bag. Okay. And as you can see, pretty damn crusty. Pretty damn crusty. We've got a freshie all ready to go. Freshie all ready to go, PTFE taped up. Now we're gonna reinstall into the bag, which shouldn't be too hard. The only thing I'd say might be kind of hard is getting it back tight for that last little nip up. It is done. All the bags are ready. The tank is ready. Everything is ready. I've got my compressor, my management, everything. The car is in. And this is the last episode you will watch before the S3 is slammed on bags. Stay tuned. Next episode is going to be an absolute banger. Get involved in the comments below. I wanted to make like a little feature question today, which is airbags or coilovers, and why? That's the big question. Personally, I like air ride because it makes you appreciate your car in a more static manner, which means you get into less trouble driving like a crazy guy on the main roads. That's my personal opinion. I get hyped to wash my car and detail my car, and you generally drive it at slower speeds because you appreciate your car static, slammed. That's why I like it. Get involved in the comments below with that question. Smash the like button for me, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm going to be hitting this really hard this week. Hopefully, midweek, I'll have a video for you of this thing on the floor. Stay tuned. Peace.